Welcome to the road to growth, success of an entrepreneur.
We've raised the bar.
Learn firsthand from successful business owners and create your own path to success.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
It's time to hit the road to growth with team lead of the Enriquez Group, Realtor Vinny.
Hi, you Road to Growth listeners. Today I got a double feature, 2 for the price of 1. I have Kevin and Ali. They are the founders of EA Home Design. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Ali, for being here today.
Thank you for having us here.
All right, now this is a question, and it's always a little fun having 2 people on here. You're always trying to make sure that both people get their feedback in there. If they want to say something about the other person, allow them to kind of go full force into it. Yeah. The question that I usually start off with is, and I'll start with you, Kevin. What's your elevator pitch? So if someone goes, "Hey, Kevin, what do you do?" How will you describe yourself?
Well, what I do, I put my heart into design and home remodeling. That's what we do. I have a passion for it. I enjoy what I do. That's why I can make everybody happy when when I take a project or we work with somebody. We think of them like their house, like our own house. And that's why we really put all of our effort, to make this look good, because we enjoy it at the end. Doesn't matter if homeowner likes it or not. Let me say it. We enjoy it. And we really love it. We can't wait to go back, take pictures, and just we're proud of it, That pride makes us to work hard to make really what we want to happen, So
they're like your children.
Exactly.
You're giving birth to children every couple of weeks.
Exactly like that. It takes time, to raise them. But
well, everyone has a favorite child. Do you have a favorite child?
Ali is my child. Yeah, he's my biggest child. I gotta tell you.
Ali, how would you describe if someone would ask you what do you do? Oh, I think we lost Ali. So we had Ali some issues with his camera before we got on, and then now he has some issues with his audio right now. You know what? But this is the life of a business owner. Things happen, things change, and you learn how to adapt, learn how to grow, and expand. Ali, you still there? Okay, so while he's working on his audio, we're gonna get back to Ali's question, but we'll get back there.
You hear me?
Oh, there you are. There you are, Ali.
Oh, okay. Sorry about it. It's okay. It's muted. Yeah, if you're asking about that question. If you are talking about the business, I'm always thinking on the design point. I'm always thinking something that no one thinking about it. I always try to be different. I like to see the space different than other person. This is what I always try. And because of that, when we go to the customer house, usually customer no one tell us this idea before, and this is very important in our business because we don't afraid of moving the load-bearing wall. We don't afraid of moving the wall that it has lots of plumbing, as long as the design gonna be much better, and we are doing this. This is the way that I can describe. I'm always try to be different, certainly on design point.
Well, one thing that I'm always intrigued with is when you have partnerships, right? Usually, at least from my experience, the partnerships that last, I know you guys have been together for a good amount of time, are ones that have kind of a separation of power. One kind of focuses in one area, one focuses on another area. I mean, is that similar in your guys' partnership, or do you guys have a lot of overlap?
It's kind of similar. We have in some areas we overlap, but in most area, Ali is more focused more on design, basically. Mm-hmm. But we have kind of, we have different responsibilities. Try to make, we don't need both of us do the same thing, that we can have a good control of it and have to increase the quality of the work. If you're going to do everything, everybody does everything, the quality will drop. You can't handle 1,000 things. We are human beings. But that's why he focuses on certain things and I focus on the certain things that we kind of complete the whole scope of work from beginning to the end.
Would you say then that he kind of focused on like the design and you focus more on the construction end?
Yes,
Correct.
Ali is more focused on design, and when it comes like to the cabinetry and stuff, some of those, Ali is the master of it, and I'm more on the construction, execution, and technical aspects of the project and all that.
Well, how does that work? I mean, because we've already talked. I mean, we've only been talking for about 5 minutes, and Ali brought up the idea of thinking outside the box, being very creative. Is there ever a time where his creative ideas come about, and he goes to you, Kevin, and you go, "Oh, Ali, this might be a little too much. We might have to pull it back." Does that ever
Oh,
happen?
it happens a lot. Sometimes it drives
Okay.
me crazy. Say, Al, this is not doable. He said, but he says we have to do it because we are different. We're supposed to be different, and we make it happen. You don't. I mean, I can't believe it. Sometimes we pull things off in projects, that no one can even think about it. And of course, most of it are Ali's ideas, which are crazy, but the outcome is outstanding.
You
That
know,
differentiate us.
yeah, definitely. Sometimes this happened. We had a job. I remember it was we want to remove the load bearing beam and put the new beam. It was 3,000 pound beam. Okay, and I gave that idea to the customer in the middle of the job. We want to do it. 14 people even cannot bring the beam inside the house. Okay, and if we done it wrongly, that beam can go all the way to the downstairs because it was very heavy. Even the joist cannot control it. And that time Kevin told me, I cannot do it. I go, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna be on top of this and I'm gonna take care of it. No worry about it. He told me, you are crazy.
Did it get done?
Yes,
Yes, it's
it's
done.
pictures on our website.
Beautiful.
The whole main
Yeah.
floor opened up with this. There was walls, posts, stuff. We doubled the size of the kitchen. It's a big house, but we needed to take that middle wall out, and it worked out. But it was scary because if that piece has dropped down, it would have gone through the basement. The whole house would have collapsed. But it was scary things. But now we did it, and right now the result. I mean, the house looks beautiful. It's one of our best design pictures, which we have it on our website. If you go
Well, let's rewind a little bit. Ali, for you, I mean, who was a young Ali? Was he into like digital design? Was he into construction? I mean, who was a young Ali?
Uh, I started mostly on the design. Okay, when I come from my country, I have civil engineering. I'm civil engineer. Okay, and I started mostly on the design part, and after that, coming a little bit of to the construction. Okay, and when I joined to Kevin, we start selling. Going to the sales too, and after that, mostly I work on design, and Kevin go to the construction. Right now, most of the sales is on Kevin too, and usually I'm not going to sales that much either, and I'm focusing on design and marketing more.
You
More than
said
me.
you come from your country. What country are you from?
I came from Iran.
Iran. Okay.
Yes.
Did you guys meet locally in the United States, or where did you guys originally
Yes,
meet?
we met here in Virginia, and
Okay.
originally we were best friends, and now we have become like a family, and we start a business together.
Okay.
You
Was
know,
the intentions, Ali, when you moved to the United States to start the business in the construction? Was it to kind of expand, or what was your intentions when you moved over this way?
Okay, as I told you, I had a background there. In
Yeah.
my country, I built apartment building. I had a
Okay.
company that we built apartment building. We were very successful there. But when I come here, it was 2000, end of 2008, the worst time in the economy.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. As long I start to searching for a job, it was hard. And at the end of the day, my wife uncle. Okay, he has a remodeling business. He told me, Ali, come and work there and start from there. And I remember they use the software 2020. 2020 usually is not is a software that taking a long time to learn it. Like if you want to learn it good. But I was so so into it, and in 1 or 2 days I start designing the kitchen, and I get lots of pointed because I want to do it. I want some jobs, and doing this, I was super excited. But at the first it was super hard. In 4 or 5 months I learned that much that other company coming to me to hire me. In back then the economy wasn't good, but people wants to hire me because of I get it. I get how to design the kitchen and this stuff. But I had background, definitely. The background helped me a lot.
Let me ask you one more question before I get to Kevin. Do you, and I know it's been a while probably that you've done design work in Iran. Is there a palette different, a style different of what I guess your clients like today compared to clients that you might have in Iran, what they would want if you're going to design their kitchens?
Correct. I'm telling you, the design there is more modern than here, more European style, and more flat cabinet, shiny doors on the kitchens, and even on the bathrooms, more modern look design usually on Iran, and same as California. California is a lot of modern stuff too, but here we're getting there. Here, most of the people right now going to the transitional or modern design. The traditional, usually on Northern Virginia, is not that popular right now. I can tell you this, but in Iran is very modern. Everything is very modern. Yes, correct.
Well, now for you, Kevin. So, who was a young Kevin? Was he into construction? Was he out there entrepreneur? Who was a young Kevin?
I have different backgrounds. I've been always in technical field. I mean, if you can't believe it, originally I used to be an airplane technician years ago, my younger years. Okay, I've studied electronics, actually, electrical engineering and electronics. But when I migrated here to United States, that was a long time ago. I've totally changed career. I started with a friend of mine in flooring business. I was in business, like out there, and then got into home improvement. I liked it, and of course, when you are in aviation industry, is a lot. They make you become very detail oriented. It's nothing that you can mess with. That's why I just use that system, that training to implement it here in construction and home improvement. That's why I've been successful. In the beginning I used to work for a company. I was a sales manager. It was a company with eight stores, but I was like the help desk, because I was into the details. I always educate myself about what I want to do. I go learn, I research, I was like everybody would call me. But eventually, as I, of course, I expanded my knowledge and what I wanted to do in home improvement. And then I met Ali, of course, at the end, and then we started the company.
When you're with the flooring company, were you laying the floor or were you doing sales there also?
No. I never laid floor. I was more in sales.
Okay.
I was mostly in sales and technical support.
Okay.
Back in the good days before 2008, we were getting a lot of training through. I've been all over the country for different trainings and meal tours, all that, and they will teach you a lot. And I would go all of them. I went to all of them, and that helps, a lot of training and experience. But I was more at the end, more on the sales side,
So
I will always hands-on. I like to be hands-on with the project. I had salespeople, I told you I had 8 salespeople. They would only sell. They don't follow back, with the clients, and I always push them to go. That's a good build-up for your future self. You got to show your face. You got to stay there in people's mind. You got to gain people's, trust. When people buy from you when they trust you, doesn't matter what you sell. They should like you. They should trust you. That's anything. You sell anything. You want to sell a pen, they should like you and they should trust you. They buy it from you. But you have to prove it to them that you're worthy of being trusted. That takes a lot of work. That's hard work. But you got to put your mind and heart into it.
When did you transition into starting your own company? Because you had a company before you partnered up with Ali, correct?
I was partnered with somebody, I was I had a share. It was not totally my company, but I had a
Okay.
share. I was partnered with another company. But we decided, Ali and I told you, we talked a lot about it. We had been talking like few years even before we started this, and we saw, based on what we could do from A to Z, we really can, cover everything and do it the perfect way possible. Doing things that no one else has ever done. At this, I can say in Northern Virginia, like we are changing the style in Northern Virginia. We are one of the companies that we are pushing the more going towards modern, changing, trying. There's a lot of classic traditional houses here, colonial homes, we are bringing California style here. We're bringing European style. We are importing it from everywhere else. And sometimes people are scared of the change because that's what they have seen all these years. They're used to it. But we are pushing it, we are executing it, and they all love it. And everybody looks at our picture, they like it. And we're kind of changing the style in the area. We are one of the first ones.
Well, so Ali's background is more design. Your background is more in sales and then some technical knowledge, right? When you're starting your company, did you have to subcontract the work out, or what was that process like? Or what was that process like?
Of course, we knew people. I've been, in business. Ali had been working in other companies here too. We knew crews here and there that we know what they could do and all that. We used their help to do it. In the beginning, Ali and I, we were working, together. We were everywhere together on top of it. Of course, you start a business, you have less clients, you're less busy, but both of us put our focus, both of us, we experienced this new company and we learned from it to get to a point that we can now reorganize and just, now that we are like separated in responsibilities, both of us don't need to do everything. In the beginning, we were, because we were smaller, but we don't need that to do that right now. Now we have designers, we have project managers, we have that right now. And then it can free us up a little bit more.
Well, I think for people listening, I mean, they could probably relate more to, and possibly maybe to the now, but some of them can relate to when you first were starting and doing the bootstrapping, where it was, okay, we have a job now, we're both going to be here, we're going to try to make this work. At that time, were you micromanaging the subcontractors out, or was it trying to
Yes.
give them the reins, or what was that process like?
No, we are always on top of our project. Even we do subcontract sometimes, but it doesn't matter. We are still there, the boss. It's just not to give a project to a subcontract and forget about it. No, we are on top of it. We were on top of it. We were micromanaging them. Every little corner, every little thing counts. Because our projects are more custom. They are custom work. They're not average jobs that you see out there. It's different, and we had to micromanage it.
Maybe for you, Ali, I mean, do you remember when you guys were building the business and you were in those earlier stages? Was there any ever contractors that maybe they got a little lazy? Because people can get lazy over time and you have to kind of learn about it. Were there any contractors that you kind of maybe didn't vibe with too well?
Definitely the way that we are working with mostly the contractors that we know them for several years from my job or Kevin's job. Okay, and they are not. I can tell you they are subcontractor, but on our payroll. We pay them as a subcontractor, but they only work for us and they only work with us, or if they are working with someone else and then and they have bigger crews and working on someone else, when they coming to us is all our job. That's it. You know what I mean? We pay them regularly, and we only pay them based on the project. The reason is they finish it fast. Otherwise they're not gonna, if we pay them hourly or something, maybe it's gonna be cheaper for us, but it's gonna take longer. We want to go to the customer house, make the job fast and nice, and customer be happy. And construction is not easy. I have right now in my house, I cannot even I have it only 3 weeks in my house, and right now I cannot even sleep good. The construction is not easy, honestly. In the house, we try to minimize the time, and one of the reason that we have lots of 5-star reviews is that when we go to the job, we camp on the job. Okay, and usually our subcontractor are very loyal to us and loyal to the customer, and they are thinking same thing, and we pay them much more. If average of the country is like $15,000, we pay them $30,000. Much more we pay them, but we need the quality, we need the certainly the time that they come and go. It's very important for us, and all of this we check it regularly, and they are good, they are super good contractors, but they charge more. I always tell my customer, you want Lionel Messi in your field, or you want, you know what I mean, I bring Lionel Messi to the field, but I charge more, and my contractor charging more too.
What now? I mean, for either of you, Kevin, and maybe it leans more to you, Kevin. I mean, you've brought up the idea of the 5 stars. People love your business. What was the process like? Because as I think any kind of business owner knows, sometimes it can be difficult to get your clients to put the reviews out there. You have to almost train your clients. Hey, if you like what we do, put a 5-star review. If you like that. So what was your process like? How did you build that into your systems to get those reviews?
It took us a long time. We started from, of course, online reviews, Google reviews here and there. And if I don't know if you have seen it or not, but right now we have videos, actually live video testimonial videos and reviews, which shows exactly it's not fake, it's real.
Yeah.
And people can go on Google, your friends can go on Google and leave reviews for you, but
Yeah.
these are all real in the house. These videos they all has happened in the people's house where we have done the remodel. In the new kitchen, in the new bathroom, I've done it. Ali has done it. Interviews with people, and we have posted all those testimonial videos. It took a long time. Of course, some people are camera shy. Some people don't want to be there. But then we ask them at least, go leave us reviews online and Google and other places. But yeah, sometimes people love it, love your work. They have no issue, no problem. We keep sending the links. Please go do it. We have to keep reminding them. But you have to, these are the little things, the business is part of a business. You got to just follow through, follow up, just go talk to them. You don't, some businesses don't call back, don't follow back with customers. They're afraid they're going to complain, or repairs, little things happens, but we're not afraid. We call them, we go, if little thing happens, 6 months later, we go back, we fix it, That's how it happens. It needs hard work,
So it's a follow-up system to get the reviews. You also brought up too with the cameras. Are those cameras and those videos done during the process, after the process? When are you talking to your clients about leaving a review or having a video review?
Yeah, I mean, we have before pictures and videos before we start a project. Some projects we do have videos as we do in the process of doing it. Some we don't, but then we have professional pictures taken after the project is done, and you can go see before and after. It's pretty, you can, on our website is the best place to see that. You see how we have, do all these transformations of the spaces from before and after. And some of them we have those. Then we do a video tour of the whole area. That's different than the testimonial. We do a video tour. Then we ask whoever, of course, is voluntarily, they want to do a video testimonial. But we start talking to them from the time we start the projects, that we need this from you. When we finish the project, we want you to do it. We put it to get them, get used to it, and maybe get more comfortable with us.
Get them primed. I mean, and that's probably, I think, an issue for a lot of people. They just don't lay the groundwork like you're doing. You're training your clients. Hey, you know what? We're going to be doing this. This is our process. Enjoy the process, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, any business owner out there knows not everything is fantastic. Everything is gravy. I mean, there's hiccups throughout the way. Things do happen. I mean, is there anything that pops up in your head and going, oh my gosh, I wish I would have known what I know today back then? Or is there anything that came about where maybe it was a little bit tougher for either of you guys?
Of course, we learn as we move along. We learn everybody. Nobody knows everything. As you always experience, you always see things and say, I wish I would have done this different and that different. I think, yeah, we are one thing we have learned more is just qualifying our customers better.
Mm.
It helps. Of course, the system we lay down, the way we explain all of that, we have changed all those a little bit right now to make it, to simplify it, to explain it better for them. Going through a lot of detail, checking every aspect, because yeah, you're right. We had hiccups as we hit surprises. And that's one horror story about contractors out there. People have, surprises. Now you have to pay $10,000 more. We found this in the wall. We found that in the ceiling. But we did have a little bit of those hiccups, but believe it or not, we never charge our customers a penny extra. That was our responsibility. I should have seen that if it's something that had to do with our project. We paid out of pocket, we got it done. But we don't know, of course, we don't want to lose that money at every project, it's lost. But I got the 5-star review for that customer. I finished it up. I told them, we found this, we're not going to charge you. We do it. It's our responsibility. Now, today, when we go with the way we survey the projects, we look at every aspect, every corner. We have a checklist that we see. We look at everything. Then hardly we have any surprises nowadays.
Then I think,
sorry.
Kevin, the most important thing that we recently get it, not recently, 1 year ago we get it. I think it was the qualifying the project people before we go into the customer house. We're getting to this point that everyone wants us to the house, okay? And either they had the budget or they didn't have a budget. We had lots of appointment, and because we have a very good marketing team on back, and we try to be honest with the customer. Our website showing every detail of the project. People like it, and everyone set up the appointment with us. And we couldn't handle all of this appointment. We start doing the qualification. We start choosing our customer from that, and from that time, our business grew much faster because we had time to check the customers that they are qualified. We don't waste our time for the customer that they don't know about our business. They don't know. For example, we charging a little bit more than other contractors, or this stuff. The customers that they didn't even come to our website, and they only heard about our jobs, and they scheduling. And we only going there and we tell, oh no, sorry, this is not our project. We don't do only one small powder room for you. This is and we change it. We start doing it automatically whenever someone schedule the time with us, an email going for them with the questionnaire, and based on that answer that they gave to us, we tell them we can go to the customer, we can go to the house, or we cannot. And this has helped us a lot because this way we grow our business much faster,
and time is money. When you grow, time is money. We get busy, we don't have time to go, on everywhere.
What do you think? I mean, going back to when you first started, what was the percentage of properties you went to and then properties you did work at compared to now?
I think
at the first, I think it was much higher. The reason was me and Kevin, both of us going there, and we want to get it. We want to get the job. We were very, more pushy, maybe, and then this stuff, and we didn't have that much of lead. Okay, we had time. But right now is not. The customer coming, if they want, we are doing the design for them. We have a design fee. Okay, and this is one of the qualification too. The design fee is one of the qualification, and it helps us a lot. We have a design fee, customer coming, and we check all the details and this stuff. But at the end of the day, we don't push that much. If you want to work with us, this is us. You can see our portfolio. We tell them all the details and everything. But if you don't want to work with us, that's fine too. You know what I mean?
So maybe like when you first started, it was like 80-90% decided to go with you. Then the middle maybe got down to like 20-30, and now it's like 50-70, roughly, or
Maybe,
no?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think it's exactly like that. Yeah, yes.
Was that? I mean, and I mean, thank you for giving all the insight into it, because I think there's a lot of people that go, I got a meeting, that's good, but when you look at the pocketbook, you go, well, I got the meeting, but I didn't get the close, so it's not good, right? I mean, was there any kind of frustration in the middle time when you were at that 20-30% of closes, where it was like, oh my gosh, our number's gone from 80 and 90% closing to now 20-30? How long did it take you to build the questionnaire, build the vetting of the buyers to transition that window?
It's taking around 1 year for
Okay.
working on all of these to test it to see which one is good. And the reason that right now the closing is less, okay, is not the about the customer doesn't want to work with us. The
Yeah.
reason is our price is more expensive
Yeah.
than the time that we start, because our everything is changed. The quality of the cabinet that we used before, it was nice, American made, good quality, but right now we go to more high end, more nicer cabinet, more, everything is different right now. This is
Yeah.
the reason. But otherwise, I'm telling you, 100% of the people that we going there, they want to work with us. The only thing that they don't allow them sometimes is the money conscience. That's it. Because we qualify them several times before we go there, we know they are our customer and they know they want to work with us. The only thing is money.
Have you, I mean, with COVID going on, right? And based on the time when you're listening to this podcast, I mean, hopefully we don't have another something that pops up again. Yet with in the last, couple of years, with everything going on, and maybe at least in California, some people less open to people going to their houses. Have you seen a change into how you look at projects? Do you do anything virtually these days? How does that look?
You know
Not
the
not
you
nowadays.
go, yeah. You go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, in the beginning we had a little bit of that, of course, when it started, but we never stopped working. I mean, the first few months of the kind of I should say lockdown, the quarantine, we didn't have a lot of meeting appointments, few months, but we had projects that we had signed from before that we had to execute the project. And we kept working. Of course, we always our project. We seal off the areas. We work with plastic and all that. Our crews were separated from the rest of the house, and we thank God we have never had any incident with any problem as far as COVID over there. But not nowadays. We did have Zoom meetings. We started, do the same thing. Half of our appointments turned last year. We turned to Zoom meeting virtual first, then we went to them. But this year, no, everybody's okay. We go and visit people's homes. We wear masks and we go visit people's home.
Do you see in the next 5 years down the road, or incorporating more technology into your vetting process for your buyers? Or what you guys are currently doing now is kind of where you think you'll be in the next 5 years?
Definitely, we are changing the whole thing this year. We have
Oh wow.
lots of, yeah. We try to do the whole thing this year. We try to change the whole thing, mostly to the Zoom meeting first. After that, going to the customer house. We started because the reason is we are right now, as you know, we have over 180,000 followers on Instagram. People from all over the world asking us to design the house for them. Okay, and we start doing this year. Okay, we made the page for only people that like to do that, and we try to go mostly to our design and only designing the project. And this happened with the Zoom meeting. We're gonna do Zoom link, and we're gonna start designing for the people all over the world. Okay, if someone wants us to design the kitchen in California, we try to do it for them. Mostly on the Zoom meeting is gonna be, and definitely this way, everything gonna change. We try to make our firm mostly for the design and less for the services. Services is going to be only on the Virginia, but mostly on design.
Do you ever think you'll get to a point where you'll have contractor partners in other areas that will do the actual work outside of
We
Virginia?
should have started from design first, because the contractors, it should be great contractor. We don't know. We cannot fly everywhere and find a good contractor.
That's the problem. We got to qualify that contractor to deliver what we, promise and design.
Well, talking about qualifying, I mean, what if someone's listening right now and they're trying to qualify a contractor for work, right? And they're not in Virginia, so they can't give you a call. They can give you a call on the design, but let's say, I mean, they already have a design laid out. What would be your guys' suggestion to qualify a contractor? Kevin, you want to go first?
I think, of course, they have to ask questions. They got to see if they pay attention to the details. I mean, if we make the design, we create the design, the plans, and all that. You give that to a contractor. You should see if they even understand the design, the plan, and what's going to happen. And we can give them information as much as possible, but some people get it, some people don't. It's obvious. You talk to somebody. I know people don't do this. Homeowners don't know about this. That's their knowledge. It's very difficult, to be honest with you, to exactly say what to do. But it's better if they educate themselves, and then talk to the contractor, see how much of the detail the contractor is going to explain to them. Because some contractors go there come to your house, say, I want to do this. Say, yeah, we do it. I do it. We do it. I mean, I just do it and get it done. But how you do it? How are you going to do it? What is the detail? Where the faucet goes? Where does this? What goes on this wall? That wall? On this corner of the window? What happens here? All these little details are important. It all affects it. What goes at the bottom of the base of the wall? What goes? These are like the finishing touch of the work. Does he know all that details?
Would that be an initial conversation with the contractor then of saying, hey, this is my design, and I want to ask you a couple questions after you take a look at this to kind of go over it?
Yes, they have to. They have to ask questions.
What about you, Ali? Any other like vetting questions or any vetting ideas for a contractor?
Definitely, I highly recommend everyone to get 2-3 contractors to the house, to bring 2-3 contractors to the house to get all ideas, to see which one is more qualified. First, they should check all the reviews. If they have a referral, call them, ask them the question. The most important question is how long this job gonna take, and what you can do. If they are able to send you some picture about the jobs that they done before, or they have a nice website that that they done the real jobs, because 80%, I can tell you, 80% of the remodeling businesses using stock photos. Okay, you can, and on the website. The reason that we have lots of before picture, after picture, we try to speak to the customer in the same spot and this stuff to tell customer this is not a stock photo. We didn't buy it from anywhere. This is a real photo, and yeah, that's
if anyone's listening, if you're trying to figure out if it's a stock photo or not, you can download the photo and upload it to Google, and it'll show you wherever else that photo is. So just FYI, if you're looking on a website and you see a photo that maybe looks a little off, download the photo and upload it to Google. Sorry, Ali.
No problem. This is the right way, And the stock photo is nice, is beautiful, definitely even is nicer than our photo, because they put more. The only purpose that they have is taking that photo and sell it. Okay, which is not our purpose. We want to only have a nice website and clean photos. That's it. Definitely, they use that, and I always recommend people to check the contractor if they have a real photos of the job that they done, and the timing that they promise, and reviews. Probably you can find a good contractor.
I mean, I'll finish it off in this direction. Have you guys already taken on international clientele? I know you're internationally. Where's most of your business? Still in Virginia for the most part?
Correct. In Virginia for design, we have some requested from other part of the United States. Like I had requested from Arizona, California, and this is stuff. But because we were not ready, okay, we didn't do it yet. But we are trying to do it. You know, we are in the process to doing that. And internationally, I had lots of them from everywhere in the world, from Arab countries, from India, from African countries, from China. We had lots of requests on our Instagram, but we didn't do a design for them yet because we are, you know, it needs some structure. We try to make that structure happen this year.
If someone's listening and they're looking for design work, what's the best way of them finding out more about EA Home Design or even yourselves, Kevin and Ali?
The best way, of course, is our website.
Website?
It
Okay.
is the complete, our website is really good. I am really, Ali, works on that. I'm proud of him. He does a good job, but it's self-explanatory. I mean, go there, everything is in there, from projects, pictures. People are more visual than you write. If we put like 4 paragraphs there, nobody's going to read the whole thing. But pictures are easier, is visual. You can see what happened. And we have there, of course, we have an online calendar. It's like free consultation that you can go and based on, you go on our calendar, online calendar, and set up your appointment. It could be virtual, and then we can do the Zoom meeting and talk about what you want to do and all that. But our website, eahomedesign.com, it, shows you the best, what we can do.
Well, thank you, Kevin, Ali, for being here today. I know we had a couple of hiccups, and we learned from our hiccups and it became that much better. I think a quality podcast right there. I mean, there's so many, I think, great nuggets right there. Finding someone else, I mean, with that partnership right there, is finding someone else that's your yin to your yang. You know what I mean? You can definitely tell the love coming between you two guys right there. So it's fantastic, and I bet that's felt on the job sites. If you have any, questions about design work, go on the website. They have a lot of pictures right there, and at least give you ideas. And I don't think, I've never used Kevin Ali. I don't think they're going to be that pushy. If they do talk to you and get you the numbers and give you the possibilities, get you the ideas of what's possible out there. So go to the website. It is in the show notes. If you're not only in Virginia, anywhere else, go take a look. If you do have any real estate questions, I would love to help you out in California. Again, my information in the show notes. Vinny out here. Thank you guys. Please subscribe. Please share and tell your friends. Bye, everyone.